Welcome to Payment Settings. Here, you'll start with Receipts. You can choose whether or not to enable automatic sales receipts that will be sent immediately after someone purchases a product, pays for a transaction, subscription, orders, invoices, and contracts. Underneath here, you can choose whether or not it is titled a receipt or any other option. You can choose the prefix that will show up on the receipt as well as the receipt start number. You can choose who the receipt is coming from using the from name, and then if left blank, the business name for your account will be used. You can choose the from email, and of course it'll default to the business email address, as well as a subject line, which you can choose a custom value. On the right hand side, click on the custom values drop down and you have several different variables to choose from with your subject. You can choose to use a email template using the default, a new template, invoice reminder, invoice received. Of course, editing a new template will allow you to do custom colors and designs. Adding additional notes and terms can then show up on the receipt as well. Any edits you make will need to be saved at the bottom right corner. Next, you can click on Taxes. You can choose whether or not the tax will be included in the purchase price, yes or no. You can choose the tax rates here, and this will apply across all of your payment details. Choosing the Add Tax button will allow you to name, choose a rate, description, tax ID number, and tax agency. You can do multiple tax rates here, and then allows you to choose that when you create products, when you set up invoices, order forms, payment links, all of those can be pulled from the tax rates that you edit here. You also have the ability to do automatic taxes. If enabled, you can choose this checkbox to agree to the terms of use and save. Next, you can go to Notifications and you have a couple of options. Customer notifications are front-facing, so any one of your customers that purchases one of your products or pays you can get these notifications. First, you have the abandoned cart notification. I will go through the settings on one of these, and then this will apply to each one of the different types, both in customer and in team, with slight differences. Underneath the abandoned cart notification, you can choose to enable abandoned cart emails, and you have the ability to do the default or choose a new template. You can also choose and edit the subject line with custom values on the right. You can choose to send after X amount of time, hours, minutes, days, or months. Once you're happy, click on Save Changes and you can always preview to see what it looks like. Similar edits and adjustments are available for the order confirmation for stores and the order fulfillment emails, minus the send time. Next, you can choose on Team Notifications. Here you can enable order confirmation emails, which has similar edits or adjustments such as the customer notifications did, and you also have the ability to enable order confirmation SMS. This is a new option which allows you to do additional defaults which you have pulled from your templates or SMS templates inside your account, or you can choose to add additional ones by clicking on Manage and adding new SMS templates. Once you're happy with all of your edits, click on Save Changes. Underneath Shipping and Delivery, you have a couple of options. You can choose to add a zone. Underneath adding a zone, this will add a new profile where you can click on Add Zone Profiles and choose your locations. After choosing one of your locations that you're going to be shipping to, or multiple of them, click on Add. You'll need to make sure that you add a zone name, which will go into this account, and you can also search by region's name or code. Once you add this, and you can of course add a zip code, then you can choose the dedicated rate. Clicking on Add Rate will allow you to do a flat rate or use a carrier app to calculate the rate. This allows you to add carriers from your account settings section, and once these are added into your account, you can choose a variable to calculate it. You can also choose a flat rate by doing rate name, delivery description, amount, and whether or not there's conditional pricing by order price or item weight. Once you're happy with all of these edits, you can click on Save and you can add multiple profiles to your account. You can also add custom profiles to your account and walk through this guided setup process, which will guide you through each one of the products that you would add. This allows you to add a profile detail, select particular stores that this attaches to, the products that are specific to this profile, and the shipping zones. This allows you to customize it from separately to the general profile. Next, you have shipping origin. Underneath shipping origin, this will apply to all of your default payment settings. You have business name, phone, email, street, country, city, state, and zip code, which will automatically apply to things like invoices, documents, products as well. Next, you have subscriptions. You have the ability to manage failed payments with subscriptions with a couple of different retry attempts. You can retry after 1 day, after previous attempt, after 3 days, 5 days, 7 days inside your account. You can also choose the subscription status, and if all retries for the payment fail, you can choose to cancel the subscription. You can also manage invoices for failed subscription payments and choose to notify them by email or SMS, or both. Next, you have miscellaneous charges. You can enable passing processing charges to the fee if you would like to, and you can choose to name that processing charge will then show up on the descriptor as an additional charge. You can choose to enable this for multiple or individual payment tools. Once you're happy with this, you can save it. Just make sure that it complies with your laws. Payment link customization is available inside your account, and you can choose to edit the theme or use a brand board. If you're using a brand board, it'll try to pull the background colors and button colors from your brand board and apply it to your account. Once you're happy with all the settings, click on Save.